Where the hell? Hello? Jeez. Hiya, darlings. This is Hololive English Advent's Devilish Diva, the one and only sideways Nerissa Ravencroft. That's me. Sorry, one sec. We're in the OG, and I'm wearing the OG outfit, so we ought to, you know, have the OG music too. Don't you think? Let me just get myself situated. Oh, that's pretty. It's better. That's pretty much better. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Hiya, darlings. How are we today? You're not sick no more? No, mostly not sick. I'd say I'm better. I have a banana. I'm gonna eat a banana and get some potassium. I also, as my tweet originally for this implies, sorry, I'm also eating a banana. I have a lot of vegetables in my fridge. I've been really enjoying having hot pot every morning. Volume low? Is that any better? Is that any better? I'm as loud as I can be. So, okay, wait. Okay, maybe. No. Yeah, you sound better? Okay. It's much better now. Okie dokie. Sounds good. Yeah, hot pot, it's been so good every morning. It keeps me happy. It keeps me feeling good, you know? So, I'm going to have some of that today. But right now I'm getting to that point where, like, I'm kind of starting to crave American food, you know? Not fiercely. I feel like I'm way more prepared this time. And I have some stuff to keep me tied over, like Kraft mac and cheese. But even though I have Kraft mac and cheese, I'm scared. Because if I don't eat my vegetables, they're gonna go bad. And I don't want them to go bad. One sec, let me go throw this banana peel away. One of my issues is I like to eat the same thing over and over and over and over again if I find out it's good. But then eventually, as it turns out, eventually you'll get sick of it. Whether you want to or not, you'll just keep eating it and you'll be like, this is good, this is good. And then the next thing you know, the next time you have it, you'll be like, I can't eat this, you know? So I haven't gotten that way with the hot pot yet, okay? But I think in two more hot pots, including the one I'm making right now, I can finish the hot pot ingredients I have in my fridge. And my issue is I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough to try a different recipe. Because this is the one that I was like, of the like 5 recipes I had set out, I was like, oh, this one looks really good. This one looks like it'll be my favorite. And alas, it was my favorite, without a question. Sorry. No one cares to look at my horns, let's be honest. Why are they taking up so much of the damn screen? They don't need to be. We could look at my boobs instead. Your horns are beautiful, thank you. I know, they're quite pretty. But yeah, so I have other stuff. Like I have like miso, so I can try making miso hot pot. Reds, thank you very much for the akasupa. I love you, Risa. I love you too. And Ash and Phoenix, thank you for the pinky. I still sound a slight bit, I won't lie. I don't sound perfect. I'm not sick anymore, but I've still got like that very slight congestion to my voice that is like pissing me off, you know? Hello, why is the... I don't know. I don't know why the chat's not showing up. My apologies. Yeah, I sound just a little bit stuffy. So more garlic... Not garlic. More ginger pork hot pot with lots of green onion. Let me go check it real quick. It's been on for 6 minutes. One moment. It needs just a little bit more time. But because it needs more time, that means I have to get back up in a few minutes to quickly go check the hot pot again. Scatter? Don't scatter. Aren't you here to hang out with me? When you guys say scatter, I always imagine it's because the cute lurkers come out and they finally say something because they're like, haha, she can't see. And then when I show back up, they're like, no, run! It's definitely not what's happening. But I like to fantasize. I like to fantasize about the conversations you guys have when I can't see them because the chat goes by too fast. I'm a little bit sleepy. I didn't get to bed at the worst time. Considering I wake up at 8 a.m., I tend to... what am I trying to say? I tend to go to bed sometimes at like 1 a.m. And I think that's what happened yesterday. So I woke up and I'm like, oh my god. Who has a worse sleep schedule? Me. That's bad for the skin. Shut the fuck up. I've got very nice skin. Don't worry, I spoil it in other ways. I do need to sleep more though. Are you still in Japan? Yes. Do I look like I left? Talking about how I miss American food and I'm eating hot pot. Yeah, all my slugging is good for one thing. That's keeping my skin nice. Let me check the hot pot. It might be done. My phone. Let me take a picture for you guys. I feel like today is the day I get sick of this hot pot. I really hope not, though. I really hope it's not the day I get sick of it. Hot pot's over here. I need my chopsticks. my chopsticks and my hydration jelly. Okay. Hello. Here's my 4th stream in a row of me eating on stream the same thing that I've had the other times I've been on stream. It's like a repeat. It's like a crazy repeat. It's like the fucking Haruhi Suzumiya Endless 8. The same thing just keeps happening and happening. Do you guys feel like you're in a time loop? Because I just keep coming on, making the same exact hot pot meal, showing you guys a picture of the same exact hot pot meal, and then eating it. Where did I put my phone? Hello? Yeah, it's like an endless 8. Are you guys feeling stuck yet? The hell? This one, I didn't work hard to make it look good, so I'm not gonna lie. It probably doesn't look very great. I just was like, I don't know, I'll throw you in. You're going in. Oh my god, it looks almost the same as my last hot pot. Amazing. Where's the pic? I'm getting it ready right now. Guys, give me a moment. Jeez, don't be impatient. Impatience doesn't look well on your face. I don't have enoki mushroom. I ran out. So there's no enoki mushroom in this. So I made up with the bok choy I had in the fridge. Because I said, well, even if there's no enoki, I can still have bok choy. Okay, one sec. I'm adding in the picture. It's going to look the same, by the way. I'm a spoiler for you. It's going to look the same as last time I had it. Do you guys have any guesses of what it's going to look like? Do you have any presumptions? Do you have any presumptions of what my hot pot is going to look like? Boom. It looks the same as last time. The exact same. Except a little messier. And the top green onions aren't as vibrant because I didn't put the top back on, but I don't care because I'm just going to push them down in the water anyway. Anyway, let me explain. So there's less meat because I wanted enough meat for one more time after this, even though I was tempted to use all the meat. On the bottom, oh my god, did I put the fucking root in? One sec. Hello? On the bottom, there is cabbage. There is bean sprout. There is bok choy, which you can see very vibrantly at the top. And then I have cut up green onions. As you guys know how I love my giant green onions. Spiced doko. There's ginger. There's so much ginger in the actual liquid of the hot pot, as well as chicken stock. And on top is pork, because pork and ginger go so well together. So this is like 300 calories. I don't know. I don't think about it. I don't know. I hope so. Ooh. Warm. But yeah. So, this is my breakfast. I'll have one more breakfast like this, and then hopefully I will go ahead and get the rest of the vegetables out of my fridge, and I can take a moment to go eat some American food in Japan to make my Kraft mac and cheese. Oh, yesterday I had a date. You guys might have seen, got tweeted about, but very excitedly. This year, even though I was in Japan last year for so long, I didn't meet Subaru. I have a very great admiration for Subaru because Subaru is one of my oshis in JP. Like, everyone knows, like, oh, I really, really love money, right? But it's also, I think, become clear that I also really love Suisei, and I really love Subaru. So, like, they're probably, like, my big three, right? Where I, like, think of them, and I'm like, doshio, totemo, kirei one-samasu. And they're not one-samasu, but you get my point. To me, my kirei senpai, who are very kira, I'm like, I don't know how to talk to them. So, it's always a bit intimidating, but, this year, at Fest, I think Subaru shared it, I met Subaru for the first time in person, and she's like, Nerissa. I'm like, hi, hi. And she's like, are you wearing underwear? And I'm like, yes. Today. That day I was. I didn't want to make a bad impression, you know? I was also wearing tight pants. And sometimes you have no choice. If you're wearing tight pants, you have to wear the lesser of two evils, which is underwear. Sadly, it is what it is. Tight pants. I know, I tried to be sexy. No pants. Yes, pants. You wear pants? Guys, did you miss Fess? Did you miss Fess? Hello? So anyway, I went and I DM'd, or I don't remember if Subaru DM'd me or if I DM'd Subaru, but, you know, it was like a, oh, it was so nice to meet you kind of exchange. And then Subaru was like, we should hang out. And I was like, oh, really? Because, I know that it can be a bit difficult, especially with me. Because, like, for example, if you hang out with Flomoko speak, in my head, perfect Japanese, right? Their Japanese is incredible. They can understand you. You can understand them. My Japanese is baby Japanese. Very, very bad. Especially if you want to have, like, an actual meaningful conversation. It can be difficult because I can basically say, ah, kawaii. Ah, tottemo sugoi. You know, I can't really do a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, I was really excited because I know sometimes, just like I would be scared to hang out with a JP girl one-on-one just because I'm like, oh, I'm sad because I can't communicate well with you. So communication seems kind of scary. I think a lot of the JP girls probably feel a little bit similar, you know, where they're like, ah, doshio. I want to hang out with them, but oh, it might be a bit scary because of the language barrier, right? So I never expect the JP senpai to, like, really want to hang out. Not like I think they don't want to hang out, but, like, I don't expect them to, like, actively really push for it. So but it was like, oh, let's meet up. And I was like, anywhere you want to go, I'll be there. Just tell me where I'll show up. So Subaru was so kind. We met up and we went and we got food together. And I knew Subaru spoke good English. But oh my god, her English is so good. Her English, amazing. I felt very taken care of because Subaru took such good care of me. We'd go places and Subaru would be just talking, you know? She'd just be talking in Japanese and I would not know what's going on. And she's just like talking to like store clerks and stuff. And I'm just watching like, yay, I don't have to do anything. But then she turns over to me and she's speaking such good English. I was so touched. I was so impressed. That's why she wanted to hang out, wanted to show up to go hi. Maybe. I don't care. I enjoyed it so much. So she's like asking me questions. And I'm asking her questions. And we're chatting and I'm like, ah! Oh my god! Oh, this is so great! I love Subaru. Yeah. Anyways, my point is, it was fantastic. We had a really good... I had a really good time. I hope she also had a really good time. I saw she tweeted that I am an interesting woman. And I can't complain about that. I am indeed a rather interesting woman. Even by my standards. So anyway, my point is Subaru's English is cracked. You guys all already knew that. She is very sweet. So I had such a good time. So, yeah. We ate well. We chatted well. Even when we went, we stayed for a pretty long time. I was surprised because I don't know why I thought like we'd hang out for like a few hours. And then she'd be like, oh, okay, that was enough. Goodbye. You know, because she's a busy lady. But we spent so much time together. And even when she had to leave, she's like, I'm so sorry. I want to keep hanging out, but I really have to go. And I was like, oh my God, don't worry about it. That's just fine. Get out of here. So yeah, anyway. I love her. She is so sweet. She's such a kind senpai. And a kind person. So yeah, as it boils down, I think I'm gonna marry Subaru. She is sunshine. She is so sunshiny. Completely. Pampered by Subaru is a dream come true. Exactly. Exactly. It was great. So anyway, so that was my day. It was fantastic. I'm so glad that I was better at this point. That I am better and have been for a bit now. And I can do stuff like that because if I had to cancel, I wouldn't have been strong enough to reinitiate. I would have felt too bad. I love eating meat. I love eating meat. Don't stay out in the rain again. I won't. Sorry, I see someone whose name says suffering with a brand account. Are you okay? I feel like you suffer the same problem I do where I have the added bonus that because I'm in hololive, I'm a moderator. But technically speaking, I have a brand account. So even if I wanted to, I can't become a member to anyone. It won't take my money because I'm a brand account. I try to become a member and it's like, sorry. You can't do that. Yeah. Oh, something else that's been happening is in my free time, I have been watching The Crown. Sometimes when I'm just working and I need background noise, I'll like go through like shorts, you know, the shorts feed. And I kept getting one to the show and I was like, what the hell is this? It's about like the monarchy, I can tell that much, but like what the hell is it? So I finally gave in because I was tired of clicking these damn shorts that are not very long that give me like the most minimal context. I was like, I'm getting tired of this. So I started watching it to get it out of my system. You guys know Matt Smith. Bless his soul. Every time I see him, his face just looks so evil and scheming. I cannot take this man seriously and not think that he is an evil man who is scheming. He's an incredible actor when he's evil and scheming. I haven't seen him in Doctor Who. I feel like in Doctor Who, he didn't have that vibe. In like the scenes that I have seen. He just seems like a very nice man. But he has resting evil man face. You know what I'm saying? Doctor Who? Exactly. He's got range, but he just looks like an evil, scheming, mischievous man. And I'm like... I can't tell if that's supposed to be the implication. I can't tell if that's how I'm supposed to read his character. I can't tell. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. I can't ever picture him as evil after the doctor. See, I've seen this man in House of the Dragon, where he plays an evil, conniving man. And I feel like he's playing the character he's playing in The Crown, not very different from how he played the character in House of the Dragon. And I just can't. I don't know what to do. I'm like, why is he evil? Why does he seem evil? Yes, but in House of the Dragon, he's badass, so he gets a pass. No. You need any show recs? No. Usually I don't have too much time to like watch TV. So I don't, but I don't know. I needed something to watch. I needed like a little bit of a break. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick this 6-season show with 60 episodes that are all an hour each. Yeah, I can give 60 hours to this. Too bad. Here's a list. Okay. Daemon is fire. I will be, for real. In House of the Dragon, I am rooting for the Targaryens. But I feel like I always do, because Daenerys, she was my ride or die. I love Daenerys so much. She is it, okay? She is, like, the character for me. I like Jon Snow, too, but, like, for me, it's just Daenerys, okay? So I can't help but root for her family. Even though it's all... Because it's all fucked up, okay? It's all fucked up. Say it with me. Dragons are evil. No. Dragons are dragons. They're the equivalent of a wild animal. Who are carnivores by nature. Okay? Just because they eat people sometimes and steal livestock does not make them evil. They have to do that to survive because they are carnivores. Okay? No, Dungeons and Dragons are smart like whales and dolphins. Okay, and are dolphins and whales evil? Are corvids evil because they're smart? Yeah, kinda. Fair enough. Yeah, dolphins are kind of evil. Now that we're talking about it. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. I do not wish to swim with dolphins. Ever. Hot pot, hot pot, hot pot, hot pot. It's just a good thing to eat in the morning. I love hot pot. So do I. Thank goodness. He says hot pot your #1 favorite meal. It's up there. I love hot pot a lot. I don't know if I'd say like #1 favorite, but Yeah, it's definitely up there. I have like one more big bite with like meat and everything, and then it's just picking off the leftover stuff. And then I'll quick take this and I'll quick do my dishes. I don't have that many, so I'll just wash them up really quickly. And then we'll be back to chatting. Does that sound good? Come here, in my mouth. I did good, of course, I made it. I won't lie. I'm not good at many things, okay? But the things that I'm good at, like cooking, I'm really good. Can we get dishwashing ASMR? It'd be one thing if I was doing like a Twitter space, because I could bring the phone with me. But I'm not. So, I can't really bring my mic in. It just doesn't go that far. You know? So, no. Looks healthy. It is. Bok choy, green onion, pork, ginger, bean sprouts, cabbage. Very good. Jolly good. I wish I was more into drinking the liquid though, but I just don't. I haven't been. Wood ear mushroom. Yeah, you can add stuff like that too, exactly. Maybe add some kimchi. I do have kimchi in the fridge. But I must issue a complaint. Kimchi in Japan is not very good. By my own opinion. I love kimchi. I love a nice, good, delicious, ripe Korean kimchi. Okay? But the stuff you can get here is usually adjusted for Japanese preferences, which is fine. And I feel like it's not usually the same. It's very different. Yeah, it's usually very fresh. There's not... It tastes different. It's difficult to explain. I feel like the best way I could describe it is sweet. There's a bit of a, like, sweetness in my mind to Japanese kimchi. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want it to be sweet. So, yeah. Is there Culver's in Japan? No. Get on it, Culver's. Where's your JP branch? I talk about you enough. I'm sure Japanese people want to try you too. Okay, one sec. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go do the dishes really quickly. Give me a minute. And then I must eat one of these mikan. I have mikan in the fridge. My Mane-chan was so kind as to get me, and I'm not eating them. I need to eat them. Scatter, don't scatter! Wash ASMR. Could you actually hear me washing the dishes? Yeah? Hey! Yay! Just a little? I see. Nice. Well, I washed the dishes. Successfully. It did not take very long because there's only like 4 of them. Housewife noises. Exactly. I was like, it's like you eat breakfast with your wife and then you make her go do the dishes by herself. So while you stay where you guys were talking, she stares at you angrily from the kitchen while she cleans all of the dishes. And then you start to feel bad. That's what I would title the ASMR. Oh no, not that! I would help! I would do the dishes for you, Nerissa. How sweet of you, Jailbird. Stop guilting us. Don't worry. Believe it or not, I fully believe that all of the jailbirds would actually be very happy to help. And would actually be like, no, let us do the dishes with you. Please, Lady Nerissa. But it was just like the concept that came into my head. You know, it wasn't about what I actually thought the jailbirds would do. It was about because of the fact that I'm distantly in the kitchen, but you can still kind of hear me. You know, it was just a concept. It was a concept. It's not what I think you guys would do. Oh. Oh. I love eating little fruits. But my hands are going to smell like oranges now for the rest of the day. This is so odd. Then leave. If not for you, then fine. Click off. I didn't ask for your opinion. Go home. Go watch something else. That's okay. Yeah, it's not for you, but look. Look at all the people who it is for. Please go. Can I have some? Okay, I have a little piece of orange. Open wide. Say ah. Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Is it yummy? I'll have one too. Not too sweet. Okay. Let me wash my hands so they don't smell too much like oranges. You know what that makes me think of? The fact that I mentioned oranges. Do you guys know Eric Whitaker? He's a composer. He composes music for choirs to sing. And he has a song that I sang one time in choir called A Boy and a Girl. Who? Eric Whitaker. His name's Eric Whitaker. So it's like, it's really good. Okay. I have macarons too, so I'm gonna eat them. A composer who composes. I know, unheard of, right? But yeah, he's got this really sad song called A Boy and a Girl. I'd sing it for you, but I'm not warmed up right now, so I'll probably sound like hot garbage. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I could sing it pretty well right now. It's a sad song. And the lyrics go, stretched out on the grass, a boy and a girl savoring their oranges, giving their kisses like waves exchanging foam. And the lyrics continue. Stretched out on the beach, a girl and a boy savoring their limes and giving their kisses like waves exchanging foam. Stretched out underground, a boy and a girl saying nothing, never kissing, but giving silence for silence. And of course, it tells the story of a boy and a girl who were in love. Are they dead? Yeah, they die at the end. It's a poem song? Yes, it's a poem. So, I don't know. There was something about it that just got to me because it's an interesting song. Spoilers! It's a short poem, guys. Have you heard song St. Chapel by Whitaker? I haven't heard it. I need to get back into Eric Whitaker. His stuff's so good. It would be a dream to work with him someday. I love his stuff so much. I say, he's never going to see this. He's probably would be like, what the fuck's a VTuber? But God, I love Eric Whitaker's work so much. All I sang were sacred songs. Some songs I sang were also really that way too. Just because I feel like that's just a rite of passage in choir. Like if you're not singing those kinds of songs, then what are you doing? I think this one is, I can't tell. Maybe this is a Sakura one? Hey Eric, big fan! Please, Nerissa, I need more of Say My Name song. Go listen to it. It's out. Just loop it. What are you eating? Macarons. Still waiting on that Say My Name cover? What are you talking about? I'm not gonna make a cover. I sang the official version. In what order should we listen to all your songs in? I don't know. The order of the In My Feelings EP. God, these are yummy. Is a concert performance a cover? You just answered your own question, didn't you? I shuffle songs. That's fine too. Can we get a cover by Aradia? No, I hate that bitch. I'm joking. I love her. Poor Aradia. She's fine. I'm extra sassy today. I'm sleepy. I want to watch more episodes of The Crown. And I just ate more hot pot again. Why are you not sleepy? I am sleepy. But when it comes time for bed, I just can't fucking sleep. I'm so excited. Do you end up with a British accent after watching The Crown? Maybe. Can you imagine? It's because don't bring up Cookie Run Kingdom. You're gonna make me play. I haven't played yet this morning. I'm not used to this time difference yet. Because usually by now it's 7 p.m. I've been up for hours. You know, I've gone about my day. I'm mostly settling in. But sometimes I get really anxious for stream. So sometimes, I'll be honest, I kind of like having my stream at the beginning of the day, because then when it's done, I'm like, oh, okay, I can just go about my day, or I can like go take a nap. You know, it's whatever I want to do. Like the day is my oyster. It's crazy. It's crazy. What would make you don't misunderstand, I'm not anxious to stream. It's rather, you know, I get like I call it my ADHD paralysis. So you know how when you have something going, it doesn't matter how much time you have before that thing, you cannot do anything before it. So like if I have a doctor's appointment, I can't do anything because I don't have enough time. It doesn't matter if I have 3 hours. I look at the clock and I say, I have no fucking time. I have to lock in. I have to lock in. So sometimes I've gotten a little better about it now, but it took a while for me to like get out of the mindset of like the paralysis rather. So it's not that I'm anxious to stream specifically. It's more so that when I have something scheduled, I get really anxious. I get really anxious because I'm like, oh, I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait. And I'm like, it's 5 hours away. And I'm like, no, but you gotta wait. You don't have time to do this and this and this. But yeah. But yes, again, obviously, I do not dread streaming, or else I simply would not do it. Yeah, I'm mentally preparing myself. Even though I don't need that much mental preparation. Because here, I have to wake up basically right before my stream. I wake up like an hour before. I like slog out of bed. I'm like, ugh, what year is it? I'm like, oh, I gotta go cook. Oh, I gotta quick wash up before I get out to stream. You know, like, and I clearly I have enough time after lounging in bed for like 20 minutes after my alarm goes off at 8 a.m. to successfully come over and stream. So I don't actually need to get paralyzed because I don't need that much time, but I know when I get home, I'm gonna get paralyzed again, and I'm gonna go like, oh, I don't have enough time. One thing about this Japan stay we've loved, waking up with you. I'm happy. I've loved waking up with you guys too. It makes me kind of want to do morning streams all the time because it really gets me like really excited for the day. You know what I'm saying? You always make sure that my day starts out really wonderfully. You know? We love hearing your sleepy, relaxed voice. I'm so glad. Someone has to like it. I miss the walking streams. I do too. I don't have a walking pad though. Here in Japan. Where's the thumbnail? Don't ask. Don't ask about my thumbnails. Don't ask about my schedule. Okay? Don't ask. Okay? Just know, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I promise when I get back home, it'll be back to business. Okay? But, yeah. So back to our OG model. Yeah, you know, I kind of missed her, you know? Don't get me wrong. I really, really love I adore my office lady outfit. But I was watching a clip. I was watching an old clip and I was like, oh, I miss her. And I was like, huh? I'm like, oh, time to go change my skin. So when I'm saying her, I'm referring to the outfit, by the way. Yeah, so I know I also have the 3D OG and I like to use that one a lot, but there's something about the 2D that's just you know what I'm saying? So I thought I would show off my classic charms. My head's really fucking big. Yeah, I feel like Sencho's song, Onegai choose me, Onegai choose me, hola, hola imasuku ni, Onegai choose me, ne choose me. That's me. It's me now that I have 3 different outfits. Unagai is such a banger. Or Unison, I can't fucking read. Unison is such a banger. That's my brain's going too fast. Yeah, no, I really loved that song when it came out. I was like, holy shit, what is this? It's amazing. And because I could tell there was clearly like a deeper meaning going on there, I listening to it, I will never release them. I will never release them ever. I wrote English lyrics for it though, because sometimes I feel like writing English lyrics is one of the best ways for me personally to like tear apart a song and like really get to like the deeper meaning, you know? So I wrote, when that song came out, I wrote English lyrics. Why not? Because they're not performance quality. It was basically, instead of me doing like performable lyrics, it was more so like I was creating a deep analysis while also translating the lyrics. I don't think they're bad, mind you. They're probably like just fine, but that's the issue. Sometimes I have to like accept that like my trans lyrics are just fine and just go with them and say, well, they're just fine. That's it. They're just fine. But sometimes I get really lucky and I'll sit down. I feel like the best experiences I have is when I write song lyrics in a night. So usually if something's taking too long like that, usually it's not going to work out, sadly. Not to spoil anything, but I have a few pairs of trans lyrics I worked on. But then the issue that is actually like going through all like the processes of getting everything approved, that takes a lot of effort. But I have actually been writing trans lyrics a bit recently. But yeah, whether they'll be made into actual covers is another question that I don't have the answer for. Because yeah, it's like I hold myself to a certain standard. And because generally I write all of my own lyrics, not all the time. Sometimes it is nice to work with other collaborators or use someone else's pre-existing lyrics if they're really good. Sometimes it's, There's a certain pride in what I do. Also, sorry, I'm eating a Jello drink for hydration. But yeah, so anyway, I hold myself to a certain standard. That's all I'm trying to say. RTX Risa win. I want to play that game. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the day after tomorrow, maybe we might play it. I'm not sure. Just to give us something else to do while yapping. I don't actually know what that game is about, apart from seeing the RTX things. I have no idea. I don't know anything. Apparently, it's a life sim. I see. One issue, though, is I feel like you need a webcam for that. I don't have a webcam. So I don't know if, tracking is gonna actually be possible. You can use phone? Oh, okay, great. I'll have to try it out then. Let's try first. Okay. Yeah, I'll download it and give it a go, obviously, before I actually stream. But I love Jello drinks. I love sloshing the Jello through my teeth to further disintegrate it. You know what I'm saying? What are you eating? This is OS1 oral rehydration solution. I find that since I've been sick, I've been really dehydrated, and my manager, she was so kind as to come over with some stuff, and she brought these, and unironically, I like them in the morning because I'm dehydrated. Drink water? You don't understand. This stuff is better than water when it comes to hydration. So there's something to be said about hydration, right? Hydration is great. Then there's something to be said about how tasty this is compared to... Okay, the actual drink version tastes weird. I don't like the actual drink version. The Jello version tastes really good to me. Yeah, dehydration, you're missing salts too. Exactly. So, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I still drink lots of, regular water throughout the day. But these help in a way that I have a hard time articulating. You know? When I was on the plane to go to Japan, I brought 3 liters of water with me because I read that per certain amounts of stuff, you have to drink a certain amount of water to keep hydrated on a plane. So I brought a lot of water so I could stay hydrated. I also brought a face mask that goes for 4 hours that deep hydrates your skin. And that really helped. And then I brought under eye masks that help also with your skin. And yeah, I was crazy. I was crazy, okay? I was going really crazy. Yeah, also means, well, see, I'll be honest. Sorry, this is not a pleasant thing to share, but I have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee a lot on planes. Or I have to take an idle meeting a lot on planes. Sorry, I gotta be so hyper feminine. I have to go to a lot of idle meetings while on airplanes. So, I am always really nervous to ask whoever is on the outside of the seat and be like, "Oh, sorry, Ma-sen, can you please let me out?" You know, so I can go to the bathroom a million times, right? So I instead have learned that I go to the bathroom enough on flights that I just sit in the aisle seat. I just sit in the aisle seat. Why would I sit anywhere else? Why would I want to be trapped just to look out a shitty window, you know? I don't want to look out a shitty window and then have to like awkwardly ask someone. I'd rather wait for them to fall asleep, take pictures out the shitty window, and then be able to go to the bathroom whenever I want. I just feel like aisle seats are so much better. I don't understand why anyone would want anything but an aisle. See, you guys are saying window bros, it's so over. No, this is great, because this means that if we ever traveled together, I would give you the window seat. And I would take the aisle seat. You would always get to have the window seat, because I would be like, no, I just like the aisle. Yeah, anyway, aisle seats are just great. I love them. Oh, did I tell you guys, I get really anxious. What the hell? I get really anxious on flights sometimes. So when people ask me things, I usually always just say no unless it's a flight attendant. So there's one time, not recently at all really, but it feels recent, that I was on a plane and I was sitting there and I had an aisle seat. And the seat I was in, as long as it was an aisle seat, didn't matter. But so this person came on, and apparently their friends were sitting in like the seats to the left of me. So it was like one of those bigger planes. So there's like the seats in the middle, then there's the actual window seats and aisle seat, and a window seat, aisle seat on both either side. You know what I mean? And then there's like 4 middle seats, that have 2 aisle seats each. So this person was like, "Hey, my friends are actually over there in the seats next to you. I really want to sit with them. Would you please switch with me?" They had an aisle seat too. It would have been there would have been no issue. But I was so anxious because I wasn't expecting to be asked a question. So I went, "No, I'm sorry." Because I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I was like, "No." But then I thought about it and I felt so bad. Because again, it would be one thing if this guy had like a middle seat. If he had a middle seat, I would have been like, "No, that's not happening." But then I thought about it. So like 5 minutes passed. We're still loading the plane. I look over and I'm like, "I'm sorry, we can switch seats. I just had to think about it. I just got anxious." "It doesn't matter because I'm still getting a seat that I want. We can switch, but you have to move my bags for me." So he's like, "Really, really?" He's so excited. And I was like, thank God, because that meant the rest of the plane, I didn't have to have these people looking at me being like, "God, this bitch wouldn't switch seats so we could be next to our friend when she got a seat of equivalent exchange anyway." Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. No one thinks that? I don't know. I don't know if they do. I'm scared. So yeah, I don't ever, I know I see a lot of people who talk about stuff like that. Yeah, my luggage was already stored in the overhead bin. So what I did was I made them come get my luggage and move it. I mean, it worked great. They didn't. So that was my condition. I will switch seats, but you must move my luggage because it's heavy. It's heavy. I didn't want to lift it all the way up there. But I did, and now you want me to move it? So you better move it now. Any bad flight stories? Recently. Not recently, honestly. I think this was on, like, the same flight. I was flying, and I was so excited for food because plane food is so jack. It is so shit, is what I'm trying to say. It is horrible. But when I'm on the plane, I'm like, I'm so excited for this plain food. So excited. I wonder what my little options are. So I'm always so pumped. I'm so excited for, that. So, and at this point, I'm in the front of this plane, okay? I'm not, like, in, like, crazy business class or anything, but, like, I'm in, like, one of the nicer seats in the front, right? So, they come around, and for context, I am one row behind the frontmost seats. One row behind the frontmost seats in these seats that are technically, like, at the front of the plane, right? So, I realize before they come to us, they're giving a ton of people their meals. And usually I associate this with people who had to order, like, specials. So say, like, you have something wrong with you, like, you can't eat vegetables or something, or, like, you're allergic to, like, meat or something like that. Then you can, like, order, like, a meal in advance. So usually I associate seeing people giving the meals out first, it's that. But I realized a lot of these just looked like the normal ass meals. So I was confused. So I was like, what is this? Why do these people seem to be getting theirs early? So then I went and I decided to just wait till they got to me. And I'm like, no, and these weren't first class, by the way. This was everybody. Everybody. People in my class, people in the class behind me. All these people were just getting their food already, okay? And I was confused. So then the person in the very first row says, "Hi, I want this. I want this one. I want this one." And they're basically like, "Oh, so we only have one meal type left because all the people who pre-ordered it already got it. So we're out." And I was like, because I'm not even the person that they're talking to. And the issue that I had with this was obviously then the people who are in the first row are like, "I didn't even know you could do that. Are you serious? Like, there's really, like, you only have one option left?" The lady legit laughed at this guy and went, "Well, maybe you should have ordered ahead of time. People are catching on these days and learning that you need to do that. So you didn't put in enough preparation." So I was really annoyed because, like, she was, like, really combative to this guy who just was confused because he's like, "I'm literally in an upgraded paid seat and I don't get an option of meal. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?" And that's how I felt too. And obviously I didn't say anything. I didn't complain to the flight attendant. I simply took what was given. And even though I didn't want it, I ate it. And it wasn't very good. There's no way she said that. She did. It was crazy. She was, like, laughing. She was being so rude. And I was just like, holy shit. What a bitch. Yo. So anyway, but then after that, so I was like, okay, well, next time I fly this airline, I need to pre-order my food because apparently otherwise I can just be stuck with, like, the shittiest option, you know? So, this last time I was trying to kill myself because I was just trying to pre-order my damn food so that this didn't happen again. And, this lady was, again, she was making such a big deal, being like, "It's so easy. It's so easy." They're literally, so I look into it and they're like, "Oh, you will get sent an email at some undetermined point before your flight. You will get one at some undetermined point before your flight. And then you can pick what you would like to eat from the menu. And we will input it for you, and then you will, like, be guaranteed to get that on the flight." I didn't get this email. It's like a week before my flight, and then it was 6 days, then it was 5 days, and I was like, where is this damn email? Because I went in and I was like, maybe I can just go in on, like, the app and select it, because that makes sense. That makes sense in my head, that I should be able to go in the app, see the option to select the food from the plane, you guys don't keep saying spam folders. If you know my history with spam folders, you'll know that my audition, or rather my interview email from from Holo was sent to my spam folder. I don't miss my spam folder, okay? I read through all that shit, okay? You don't need to tell me to check anything. I check it all, okay? I check all of it. I am a paranoid person. I'm always checking everything. So I just didn't get this damn email. And again, where you think it would be, on the website, on the phone app, it wasn't there. There was no option. I went in and there's the option to like pick for like the special meals, like if you need a special requirement, but there was no option to actually pick the thing, you know? No option. So I call them. And I don't like to call airlines because obviously every day there's like actually people like having like flight issues, trying to get them sorted out and trying to get through to the airline. So I hate having to go and wait 2 hours to talk to the damn people to be like, hi, I didn't get an email. Can you please send me an email? So I tried to call, they didn't pick up. So then I went through the online support because I didn't want to be waiting for 2 hours for something so dumb. And so I email, or I'm doing this like text, and it was probably a bot, okay? So I'm like, hi, I would like to pre-select my meal before the flight. Could you please email that to me? To which they said, I don't know what you're talking about. To which then I had to send the bot their own page that says the information about this and say, look, here it says that I will be able to pre-select my meal before the flight. I would like to do that because last time a flight attendant laughed at people who did it because they didn't get what they wanted. Could you please send me the email? And the bot said, oh, I don't know about that. And my head is in my hands. I'm so confused. I'm like, please, I'm begging you, just send me the email. I just want to pick my damn meal before my flight. I just want to pick from the menu, please. So I was having a mental break. I think I was on stream while this was happening, actually, and I was like having a mental break on stream. Okay. So eventually the bot got it and was like, oh yes, I see what you were talking about. Here are the options for your flight. If you pick one, I can pre-select it for you. And I was like, that's fine and all, but can you send me the email? Can you please just send me the email? Please? Because what if you don't do it right? I don't trust you. It didn't. I never got this damn email. No matter how much time passed, I never got the damn email. But the bot did successfully do it at that point. The bot was like, here are your selections. What would you like? I said this one and said, okay, you're all set. Have a nice day. Bot just doing its job. It's not smart enough to do its job, though. So anyways, I was having a crash out about it, though. Because then the next thing that got me and pissed me off was breakfast. So they had the breakfast menu, but you could only pre-select the main meal. So I knew what I wanted for breakfast from the main thing, but there was no option to like pre-select that one, right? So yeah, same flight. So I was like, oh well, whatever. Again, same thing. I'm in the front of the plane, so it'll be fine. One of the options was something like it was like bread pudding, okay? And everything else was just like a fucking quiche, you know, like typical like shitty breakfast things you don't want to eat on a plane. And they fucking, God, I'm so angry. Bread pudding. So I wanted the bread pudding. And again, the same situation on this flight. I was one seat from the frontmost row. So the lady gets to me and I say, hi, I'd like the bread pudding, please. She says, oh, sorry, I ran out by the first row. So I'm like, oh, okay. So by the first row, you guys know this bread pudding is fucking popular enough that apparently you only had, what, like something like 8 of them? Everyone in the front row asked for it, and you only had 8? You only had 8 of them? for everyone on the damn plane that you ran out in the first row? I was so angry. Oh, I was so mad. I was so pissed off, man. Yeah, who's organizing this? Because I'm like, yeah, of course you don't run out of fucking quiche. Nobody wants a damn quiche. Nobody wants it. It's not tasty. Nobody's asking for it. But that's the thing. Why give me the option to pre-select just one meal when you could have just had everyone pre-select and you would have known, most people on this flight seem to want bread pudding. We should have extra bread pudding just to be clear, or just to make sure that we have enough for the people who actually want bread pudding. But instead, I'm malding. I'm so sorry. So I was really pissed off. Is my point. I was not having a good day because I had to go through so much trouble to do a thing that is supposed to be really easy because I just didn't get the email and they just wouldn't send it to me. I at no point got any damn email. And then after that, I still didn't get to pick the meal I wanted for breakfast. Yeah, anyway. I was angry. I'm flying on Sunday. This inspires great hope. Good luck. Oh! And there was a Nintendo Direct. I didn't watch all of it, but I saw that there's a new Story of Seasons remake coming out, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for a multitude of reasons. So, Story of Seasons, also known as previously Harvest Moon in the States, was growing up one of my most beloved series of all time. I love Story of Seasons. Love, 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 love it. It's great. It's wonderful. So I've never actually played Grand Bazaar, but I watched the trailer. I was like, because I'll be honest, I kind of missed a lot of the DS Harvest Moon games growing up because I didn't have a DS till later, and when I did, Aradia stole it. So eventually it was just difficult for me. It was a mess. I just didn't end up playing a lot of DS games. But so I don't know what Grand Bazaar originally looked like, but I do know what original Harvest Moon games generally looked like because they had a kind of aesthetic about them. I love the aesthetic of the Grand Bazaar art. Again, I don't know these characters. I can't say anything. I can't say if they're redesigned, but just looking at the art style that they used, I was like, oh my God, this is like the Harvest Moon art style. Like this isn't, because they've done like the more refined one when they remade Friends of Mineral Town. I didn't like that art style, alas. I didn't like the redesigns. I didn't like how they redesigned Karen. I didn't like how they redesigned Potpourri. Like, the characters were cute, but they were missing the thing, to me, that made them special in the first place. So, I don't know. I was just like, they don't look like country girls anymore. They just look like regular, random, overly designed anime video game girls, instead of, like, Karen, who works on the vineyard, and I can tell by her look that she's like a very active person, that she's a little bit of a tomboy. It's very simple but precise design. Same with Potpourri. She's cute, she's kind of sheltered, she works in a flower shop. You get that right off her design. She's very flowery, she's got pink hair, she dresses corseted, she has a big skirt, like she looks very much like she, And then there's Anne, who works on the farm, and she wears overalls, and her hair's in a braid because it's very sensible. Just her design makes a lot of sense to me. So all of their designs do. So when I saw the actual like redesigns that they got, I don't know. I didn't appreciate them. I'll be honest. I didn't hate them, but I didn't appreciate them. That I was like, I don't really want to play this game because those aren't my girls. Those are my girls who I grew up with through thick and thin. We've been together, and I would have preferred the designs to stay the same with maybe a little bit of like upkeep. Like I wouldn't mind if they wanted to add like more frills to Potpourri's current dress, if they wanted to add like a little more detail to things. But I just felt like overall, like doing a full rehaul of these classic and beloved character designs, I just didn't, it wasn't it for me. Which, mind you though, I still really love the Story of Seasons games, but that's one criticism that I would give it that made me kind of be like, oh, you know, I really wanted to play Friends of Mineral Town. And part of me wants to believe it's because they wanted to distinguish the Friends of Mineral Town characters from the original 64 characters. And I'd be okay with that. My thought process is if that's what happened, that's okay. If they were basically like, oh, well, maybe we're going to actually remake the original Harvest Moon 64 as Story of Seasons 64, and then we'll keep the characters the same there, and then, you know, like, these characters will be... I thought it was because the IP got sold. No. So the issue with Harvest Moon in the States, I'm comfortable talking about it, so I'll tell you. Basically what happened is when the company who makes Harvest Moon in Japan, or now Story of Seasons, was wanting it adapted, they basically hired Natsume, who you probably thought was the creator of the Harvest Moon games because their logo always came first. I always thought Natsume was the people who made it, but they were only translating it, okay? So Natsume was the translator, but they were doing things like that, and they did some kind of shitty business practices, like copywriting for themselves the name Harvest Moon itself. So they don't technically own the characters, but they own some things. Like, I think calling, I'm not 100%, but I think calling it the Harvest Goddess is also something that Natsume owns. So they own the title Harvest Moon, and they own things like Harvest Goddess, like that specific translation. So when we're talking about names, they can't own those. Like, they can't tell the Story of Seasons company that they are not allowed to have a character named Anne, that they're not allowed to have a character named Potpourri, because they don't own those things, you know? Yeah, it's basically, it's low-key kind of similar to the Macross situation, where they don't own Harvest Moon, but just like the company who makes Story of Seasons doesn't own the concept of a farming game, that just means now that Natsume, who lost the right to translate Story of Seasons, because basically Marvelous was like, look, we have a team now, we're big enough, we're just going to do this in-house, so let's split off. And they were kind of angry, and they're like, wait, this is all we have. So now instead, Natsume has become a game company, and they release Harvest Moon games that are not Harvest Moon because they're not made by Marvelous. They're just basically their own attempt at copying and using the Harvest Moon brand name IP in order to do this. But that's why, for example, I'm pretty sure when this was released, it was Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar, because Grand Bazaar itself isn't owned by Natsume. That is still owned by the original company, or they can still use it, but they can't use Harvest Moon as a title. So that's why they have to Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar instead of, you know, even though it's a re-release. So anyways, it's really depressing. So it's one of the reasons why it's still a bit confusing here in the States. But so anyways, people are saying it's an IP issue. None of the characters are owned by Natsume. To my full knowledge, Natsume does not own the characters or anything. They basically just own the name Harvest Moon. So they can't go and bring back characters from previous Harvest Moon titles, you know? But Story of Seasons can. They can redo the whole game if they want to for anything. But yeah, so anyways, that's where the issue comes into play. They just translated games. Yep, they just translated them. Yeah, so anyways, it pisses me off is all I'm trying to say. And I'm just really glad that Story of Seasons company, Marvelous, still goes out of their way to not, like, pull out of, like, the US market. Because, I mean, we saw what happened with, like, Macross when they went over a similar thing, you know. They basically kind of were like, okay, well, now the US isn't going to get any Macross. It will not be officially brought over in pretty much any capacity. Which was so depressing, because I love it so much. I love it. I love it so much. And now finally you can watch it in the States legally. Thank you, God. Finally. If there's ever a dub, I just want to put it out in the universe, then I would like to be a part of it. It'll never happen. But if there's ever a dub, hello, you need someone to help translate those songs. You need someone to voice a beautiful singing woman. Hello, I'm here. Just so you know, if you hear me, Macross, I'm right here. It's not going to happen, but sometimes it's good to say things out loud. Anyways, yes, but my point is, so I really love Story of Seasons. Nijiro, thank you very much for the Aka Super. Hi. And I really hope that, I think 64 did get re-released on like the thing that they did for the Nintendo Switch, like the N64 thing. Let me look it up real quick. I wanna look up Potpourri's redesign because I haven't seen it in a hot minute. Oh, I hate looking at it so much. Because it's cute, but it's not potpourri. And that's my issue with it, is that's it. It's cute. But the art style isn't giving Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, like old Harvest Moon. It just is very, like, typical, like, soft anime. Very, very soft, instead of having that very, like, dreamy, aesthetic that Harvest Moon used to have. Like I'm clicked right now and I'm staring at this art of potpourri that is one of my favorite. It is clearly, or at least to me, looks very hand drawn. Like you can see the actual like the feel of the paper. It's a weird way to put it, and you can like see the softness of the pencil markings in the like hair, right? And it's like it's one of my favorites because it's such a simple outfit. It's a long red skirt. There's a bit of like a trim underneath that is, you know, like a lace detail. She's got the very puffy sleeves. She's got the green headband, bringing in just a little bit of green to her very pink and red design. Her eyes are red that match with the skirt. She's wearing a black corset to kind of like pull it all in, bring some attention to the waist and to break up kind of the colors. And then her hair is just this beautiful pink. And along with being pink, it's not simply pink. Her hair is softly curled. You can tell by looking at it that there's points where her hair it's got these very soft, beautiful curls, as to where the redesign, if you just look up potpourri, I guarantee you these pictures will come up. The one I'm looking at right now is like the second option. But you can tell what ones are the older ones and what ones in the new game, because her hair just looks like wavy, and it doesn't look like even soft wavy. Like it just looks kind of messy wavy. Like she just kind of woke up and like maybe fixed the top, but then just left the rest to do what it was doing. And then like the rest of her outfit, I don't even actually have like that much of an issue with the dress itself. I don't like the top. I don't like the sleeves. I don't like how much green was brought into the dress itself. But like there's a lot of really good concepts going on. There's a lot of really good concepts going on, but I just felt like it was too far of a departure from the really simple and effective design potpourri had, that really right off the bat honestly tells me her personality. Yeah, the one with the braid is the one I'm talking about, that I don't really care for. It is what it is. I don't like it. It's not for me, and that's okay. But I just really need them to bring back, I really need them to, if they like actually do Harvest Moon 64, and I want them to, I don't even need it to like be vastly changed. Just like give me a little more content, just a little more, and like make the game still playable in other areas. And I think it already is on the Switch. So honestly, I already got what I wanted. I just need to double check next time I have my Switch when I'm back home. because I didn't bring my Switch with me. But yeah, God, these designs were just so good. They were so good. They were simple. They were effective. They tell me so much about the character just by looking at it. So I don't know why they felt the need to redo them so much. But again, I'm complaining. It is what it is. My point is, I'm really excited for Grand Bazaar because I feel like the art style, to me, I feel like the clothes are still maybe a bit over-designed. I don't know what the original designs looked like, mind you. But, like, just looking at the main character. But I feel like the art style is kind of going back to that original look of the Harvest Moon games. So I'm so happy. People are asking if I'm excited for the Switch 2. I am. I'm very excited for it, actually. I really love Nintendo systems in general. I grew up always playing them. They were what I had, you know. I had the N64, we had the GameCube, we had the Wii. We didn't get the Wii U. And then I only got a Switch because I was an adult at that point. But yeah, so then now that they're making the Switch 2, I'm really glad that it, according to everything I've heard, it seems like games are going to be cross-compatible. So all the Switch games I have are still going to work on the Switch 2, which is great because it means immediately every game that exists on the Switch is going to be ported. Is going to be ported immediately to play. And that makes me so happy because that was one thing too I loved about the GameCube to Wii, because I could play all of my GameCube games on the Wii. So by that point, when I had the Wii and we had the GameCube, if I wanted to play a GameCube game, I could play it on the GameCube, or if my sister was playing the GameCube, I could go over and play it on the Wii. It was great. So I think it's a great way to kind of keep a console alive while also having a new console. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What do you think of digital cartridge? I don't know what digital cartridge is. What is digital cartridge? But generally, I'm a more of a physical gamer because of the fact that you, at least in most experiences, once you get an actual, like, what am I trying to say? Once you get a new system, even if there is cross-compatibility, I feel like usually the accounts are still different. So, like, the digital games can't cross over. Like, if you have the physical copy, you're fine. But, like, generally, usually, they make a new account. So, I like to, I don't know, just for me personally, I like to own my game physically. I like to be able to touch it. But it would be really nice if they could make it so it's like, oh, the games you bought are actually connected to your account. So then instead, when you can just sign in with that Nintendo account, and then all your game purchases that are digital will cross over to the next system. I think that'd be really nice if that were a thing. That's a digital card thing. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. The new virtual game card suggests it will be important for the transition. I see. Well, that's cool. Didn't they already confirm it? Probably. Look, I don't like to be spoiled too much on new systems. Why are you trying to spoiler me? It hasn't come out yet. I haven't watched the Nintendo Direct. I know I need to watch it. I need to watch it. But yeah. Switch Direct next week. Wait, wasn't there just one? Wasn't there just one like yesterday? I thought there was just one. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm gonna crash out. Don't do this to me. Leave me alone. It is what it is. But yeah, anyway. They announced a Switch 2 stream is coming? Oh, they announced it. I see. So this was actually just a regular direct. I thought because all I heard was people talking about the Switch 2, I thought that this was a Switch 2 direct. I haven't, can you tell I haven't watched it? All I saw was the Story of Seasons announcement. April 2nd. Okay, I'll wait. I'm really excited though. I'm gonna have to buy one right away. I kind of hope it comes out with like different designs at the start, because I really liked my Switch, but I was very lucky to have been able to wait that I could get like the Animal Crossing Switch. And I just like it. I think the aesthetic of it is just so beautiful. So I'm kind of hoping, I'm really hoping that they'll have like different designs at the start instead of just like the original Switch. Because I didn't mind the like base Switch design. And I thought the concept of being able to like take and like change out and remove the Joy-Cons and get like limited design Joy-Cons, I thought that was really like a cute idea. I thought it was a cute concept, but I just never ended up using the other ones. So I just would rather have a cute Switch from the get-go than I like. Instead of having to be like, oh, I really like the Switch design, but I don't need another Switch. I already have a Switch. Yeah. That's reserved for special editions nowadays, so probably lead with a pair of base. Look, I don't care if there's base colors. Give me the option between a black Switch and a white Switch, and let me pick from there, okay? Let me pick from there. Give me base, just 2 base colors, because then I can always presumably switch the Joy-Cons that it's gonna come with and get different colored Joy-Cons, you know? But let me pick the color of my Switch and the base, you know? Black Switch with the Ravencroft crest on it. Dude, that'd be cute. Maybe I need to like release like a sticker set. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. It'd be one thing if it was like the PS5 where like it's one consistent color generally and like most of it is just black and white, but the thing with it is because the Switch has some color usually mixed into it with like the Joy-Cons especially, I feel like it's important to let me form it to my aesthetic a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Pre-order your color. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they have color variation. It's salmon now? Oh. Oh. Salmon. That's a color. That's a color. That is a color. Well. Anyway, that's all I had to talk about today. Sorry for like the long rants that were about like nothing important. But you know, I just feel like I have fun talking about anything with you. I like being able to come on and just talk with you about anything, about my day, talk a bit about the things that are happening, you know, eat a meal with you. It all feels very nice. So I'm sorry that if some of you are like, boring, what the hell did she even talk about? But for me, I guess I had a lot of fun because I just enjoy hanging out with you. So thank you guys so much for showing up, for hanging out with me today, for listening to me yap about whatever the hell I was talking about. I don't want to dwell on anything too much, but there are some streams later today. So, I hope, not for me, but, you know, other members, but, yeah. So, I love you guys very much. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Let me look at my schedule real quick, actually. What day is it tomorrow? I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be out doing something, but I'm going to tell you guys all about it, and I'll try to take some pictures, so please hold the line. And don't miss me too much. It'll be Friday evening for you guys tomorrow, but it'll be Sunday morning for me. So I have something I have to go off and do. I am planning to stream on Sunday. I don't have anything specific. We might try to play that RTX game. But no promises yet. Nothing specific in mind. We might just end up chatting. You guys know me. We might just talk. So we'll see. And then the next 2 weeks are going to be quite a bit busy for me. There's just a lot going, and it just kind of begins and then is nonstop. Like, I'm looking at my schedule and it's like thing. And then I go to the next week. Thing. So it's just, you know, the next 2 weeks are going to be a little bit busy. I know you guys have been struggling a bit and missing me a lot, and don't get it twisted. I've been missing you guys too, Jailbird. So before you're like, oh, she hates us, Risa hates us, I just want you to know the missing aspect of it is very much mutual. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate you guys waiting for me. I know I've been so anxious because I've been not streaming. I've been missing talking to you guys and going crazy with other things, but I just want you guys to know that I miss you too. So I won't be here tomorrow. Do your best to wait for me, okay? I know sometimes it can be difficult, but I'll be back the day after tomorrow. For me, the 30th. But for you guys, it'll be the 29th. The night of the 29th? Yeah, 7 p.m. on the 29th. Which for me is 9 a.m. on the 30th. So please look forward to that. Oh, Golden Wing! Thank you very much for the Akasupa. So please do look forward to that. Yeah, I hope you get some rest. Alright, I'll do my best. I need to sleep. I want to sleep right now, but it's difficult. You guys know how it is. Like, part of me is like, I should go take a nap, but I'm like, I have stuff to do today, so I need to go hop in the shower. So, yeah. I'm not going to raid anyone today. I'm going to let you guys choose to where you would like to go from here. So, because there's a few options, and yeah, so anyway, I love you guys, Jailbirds. Know that no matter what, I love you very much. So thank you again for supporting me. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for loving me. And I miss you. I'll be back soon on the day that I told you. So please look forward. Don't get too sad. Don't get too lonely. And please keep filling my art tag, my live tag with little things. I love those of you who just like will send me little things about your day in my live tag. I like to see it. Or even if you just like sketch something silly and you're like, oh, I don't think it's very good. I don't care. I love that shit. So feel free to put it in my art tag. I'll be happy to see it. Anything. I just like being able to connect with you guys in that way. So anyway, my point is, I miss you. So anyway, sorry, I can't say goodbye. For some reason, it feels hard. I need to go, but I don't want to say goodbye. You know, you guys know how it is. It's like Midwestern goodbyes. It's like you just keep talking until like you're like in your car and you're still talking as you're like driving away. Typical. But I miss you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. And I will see you all next time. So until then, bye, darlings.